Hey y'all, what's going on? It is Monday, a rainy, gloomy Monday in Georgia. This is definitely a day I can be at home sleeping. But where am I? At work. I hope you all are having a good day. It is lunchtime in the city. So I'm about to eat my lunch. I made my lunch today. I actually have leftovers, so I'm going to eat that and talk with you all for a few minutes. But before I get all the way into the video, I need you guys to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know when I post a video. Okay? So, what is going on, y'all? I have had an interesting Monday. I swear it's like when my kids come back from the weekend, they forget everything that I've taught them. Now, granted, I do have babies, but it's like they all came back on 10. I mean, crying, yelling, just doing the most. Just doing the most. So, it is nap time right now. So the majority of them are sleeping, but you always have those other two that just want to be up talking. Now, when everybody else is up talking, they want to sleep. But then when everybody is sleeping, they want to be up talking. So I'm like, whatever. So today is Spirit Week. So today we had to wear our favorite team shirts, jerseys. So I am an Auburn fan. Bam. So I was not going to wear one of my shirts because, first of all, I deal with babies and I didn't want none of them children spitting up or throwing up on my shirt. So what I did was I just decided to wear the colors I have on the orange shirt and some blue jeans, and I have my Auburn necklace. Okay. So that is what we did today for Spirit Week. Okay. I was like, no, ma'am, we now finna sit up there and get my shirts all dirty and nasty. So I made some steak pasta. Y'all, I got this little container from Amazon. It is so cute. It's a container. It's almost like a little bento box. It has 4 compartments and it even has a cute little spoon inside. And I'm like, oh. So I thought this was cute, so I'm going to eat my lunch. I bought lunch leftovers. I usually don't eat leftovers, but today this was quick. This was easy, and I was like, you know what? This will work. So, I only have 2 more weeks until I go on vacation, okay? I have a week off. Thank you, Lord. I made some steak, fajita pasta. It wasn't bad. I need to perfect it a little bit more because it was a little too strong in Parmesan cheese. I think what I should have did was I should have used the fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I used the Parmesan cheese like in the that you put over like pasta or pizza. And it wasn't terrible, but it definitely could have been better. Yeah. So the day is actually half over. I was thinking to myself, what I want to do when I get home. Like, any of y'all like that? As soon as you come to work, you be like, what am I going to do when I get home? Because work is work. But your home is like your sanctuary. It's like your peaceful place. Now, I will say, I get sometimes your peaceful place is not all the time home. I have definitely been there before where I'll be looking to get out because home is not peaceful. I've been there. But as it seems now, home has been peaceful for me for a while. And work is work. Now, I don't see the point sometimes when When I see people that come to work and you can tell work is their life, absolutely not. Because, y'all forgive me with the noise in the background. It's a motorcycle just passed by and I'm in the parking lot. But it just, I have some people at work where you can tell work is their life. They come to work for friendships and come to work to gossip and everything. And look, I don't have a problem with having work friendships. That's fine. Have work friendships. But don't make work your life. You can tell some people up here, they be talking about people. They be gossiping about people. You know, they worry about what's going on. This place is closed. They worry about what's going on. It's open. I'm just like, I come here to work to get my coins. And once I clock out at 5:30, it's time to go home. Now, I do have other side hustles that I work on. So once I leave work, I'm going home to work some more. So I don't have to be at this job all the time. Okay? So, this job is definitely not my life. I realize sometimes when it comes to people, they put so much into a job, they don't leave anything for family or friendships outside of work. And I can't do that. You best believe I have a good work-life balance. For sure. And sometimes I have more life balance than the work. Y'all, it is definitely fall here. There's that coolness in the air. It's raining. It's just what I call misting. You know? This is definitely, you know what? Yeah. This is definitely a day where you make you some good, like, white chicken chili. And get you a nice, cozy, fresh blanket. And just sleep, eat the day away. Y'all, let me tell you. For us old schoolers out there, let me tell you what show I have been watching for the past maybe month. Me and my assistant. It's an old school show. My mama and grandma and them used to watch it. It's called Dynasty. Boy, what y'all say? You talking about a good show? Now I know that show like 40 years old because when I looked at the copyright or when they actually started filming it, it was made in 1981. Well, I was born in 81. I'm 45. That show 45 years old, and you talking about still hits. Not the one, they rebooted it like I think in, I don't know, 2002 or 2022. I don't know. They rebooted it in the 2000s. But this one is the original one. Y'all, you talking about a good show. I know it's a soap opera and, you know, it's kind of like fluff. But you talking about a good show. It is a good show. The fashions alone are to die for. Just the costumes. I mean, you talking about glamorous. And not only that, them heifers was acting. They was acting up in that show, y'all. And I just love it. Me and my assistant, we already on season 4. We be doing like watch night, you know, watch parties with that show. Cause this, I mean, I'm sure it shows on TV now that are, you know, good shows, but I swear it's just like the TV writing is not the same. You know, it's just not the same. And I don't know. It just seemed like to me they was actually really writing then. Because when I actually looked up the show Dynasty, it actually had like 7, 8 seasons. Yeah, I mean, it was a long running show. But girl, that show got me hooked. You hear me? I mean, hooked. Like I said, we've been watching that show for a good month, and we've been watching it every night for about 4 or 5 weeks. But yeah, so I've been watching Dynasty. So when I go home, I gotta edit some videos, do a little bit, and then you best believe I'm eating dinner and watching me some Dynasty. Mm. You ever wonder why some people even have a job? You know, I look at some of the people that work up here with me, and I'm like, how do you even get a job? Then I realize they family work up here. Because you're talking about just sorry. Just sorry for no reason. I'd be like, nowhere else would they hire you. Because the way you act and try to get out of work is just pathetic. It really is. I look at some people and be like, yep, family. Nepotism at its finest. Went Saturday to the Dollar General because they had a 50% off clearance sale. And you know, they only have certain stuff clearance or whatever. But I went and racked up on some household products and what I call laundry accessories. So you watch my other video, and it's the Dollar Tree and Dollar General haul, and it shows you everything I bought at the Dollar General and the Dollar Tree. So I think what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving, I'm going to go over my assistant's house. She invited me for a Thanksgiving dinner, and we're going to cook together. And she's inviting some people. I'm inviting a couple of people. And we're going to do that for Thanksgiving. I don't really have any family here. I was going to rent a Airbnb and cook in the Airbnb, just kind of relax, which I probably still would do. But she wants me to come and cook over there with her. So I'm going to do that, cook with her. Yeah, I'm a little flower on my shirt. It didn't wrinkle up. So I'm going to do that. My aunt that used to stay here in Georgia with me, she moved to Florida, and that's where I used to go over her house to have Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I'll admit, ever since my mom passed, which was about 4 years ago, the holidays here have been sad. You know, and what I mean is, you know how sometimes you have to move on and do different things. You can't keep doing the same things because it's not the same, you know. Now, when I was younger, it was all my family, my mom, my aunts, you know, uncles, cousins, everybody was, you know, here for the holidays, you know. But, you know, since, you know, people have passed away, it's not the same. And I never forget when my mom had passed, October 2021, my aunt still wanted to do Thanksgiving that year, which was the next month. And you talking about sad, it just felt pitiful. it felt pitiful. And I was like, from that point on, I had vowed that I was going to do something different. I wasn't going to keep doing the same thing. I miss my mom terribly. I still do. You know, I still miss, you know, being with her, being around her, being, you know, with her for the holidays. Because sometimes, you know, mom and I would just be together for the holidays. So I definitely miss that. But I had to come to the reality that that's no longer a reality. You know, that she's not here anymore. So trying to do the same things we did when she was here, that's just not going to work. So I made a promise, you know, that I was going to start my own traditions. You know, whether it be just order a pizza on Thanksgiving and watch The Godfather. You know, just do something different. It's okay to do things differently. You know, we have our memories and we have the things that, you know, bring us comfort and joy from our loved ones. You know, but if that's not what we can do anymore, we have to find other things to do. So that's what I had planned to do. And so when my assistant, you know, said that I could come over her house and, help her cook whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Because if not, I was going to make my own dinner. The good thing about it is with me, I do know how to cook. I do know how to cook, so I can cook my own food. I don't have to go over anyone's house to eat because I don't know how to cook. No, usually what I do for Thanksgiving, if I'm going over someone's house, I'll eat their food, but I will make sure I cook me a little something. So when I come back, in case their food is nasty or in case I didn't get a plate, I'm going to still eat. So that's why I said that is a skill I am so glad I inherited, was the skill of cooking. I would never starve. So yeah. So it's cool for me. Holidays have definitely gotten better. They were rough at first. For that first couple years, they were rough. But, I've gotten older. I don't want to say I've moved on. Not so much moved on, but I definitely have learned to deal with the sadness and the grief and put it in its place. Not to say I don't get sad, but I know where it goes. And it doesn't have to control my whole life, especially during the holidays when I feel it the most. Okay? So I also have started doing, a couple more side hustles. That's one thing about us Capricorns. We ambitious as hell. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even hold you. We some ambitious people because I got like 5 side hustles on the side. My assistant, she be like, you work here and then you leave to go to work. She was like, why and how? I was like, because I refuse to be poor. I'm sorry. No offense. If you are poor, God help you and God bless you. Because believe me, I'm not making fun of nobody being poor. I was poor for years. That's why I'm so ambitious as an adult. Because I know poorness is not something that I aspire to be. Okay? It is not. I don't like it. Okay? So I know what I need to do to make sure I'm not that. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm rich. Absolutely not. Far from it. But I bet you I have more than 2 nickels to rub together, as my grandma used to say. I definitely do. I have definitely struggled. My whole life as a child, we struggled. It was either a choice between tuna or rice. Not both. You got tuna one week, rice the next week, okay? No. It was so funny to me because a couple of weeks ago, it was a little chilly outside and I had wanted some barbecue. So I fired up my grill and barbecued some ribs. And so my friend, she was like, you barbecuing ribs? You know how to cook on the grill? I was like, yeah. She was like, who taught you to cook on the grill? And I was like, my mom did. She was like, I don't know too many girls who know how to grill. And I said, girl, yeah, sometimes grilling was a necessity. Because when I was growing up, sometimes we didn't have no lights on. So you used the grill as a source of heat and light. It was used to get by. So we used to use that grill all the time because sometimes that's the only thing we had to make it through, believe it or not. Get the little charcoal grill. That grill helped us eat. It also gave us some warmth outside. And sometimes we had to use that to see. Trust and believe. I have been there. So I would never make fun of anybody who was poor. That is something that would just make you see reality another way. And so when I talk about, being ambitious and, doing hustles, being poor is always in the back of my mind, okay? It always is. So I know, we're in this economy, with everybody trying to fight to stay alive, everybody trying to fight to hell, just eat. I get it. I've been, doing that for a minute. Before the economy was actually in the red, before the economy was where it is now, we struggle. Okay? So I definitely get it. Ooh, it is almost time for me to go back to work. My Lord, I swear my breaks don't be nowhere near as long as the actual day. That's just like when I'm be at home. Now, when I'm at home, I spend the time just like click off, click, click. Hours click off like minutes. When I'm at work, you talking to be dragging. It does. It just drags along. All right, my friends, I'm going to end the video here. I have a few more minutes till my lunch break is over. I'm going to get cleaned up and going back to my room. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope you have an even better night. I am your host, LaQuise, and I wish you love, peace, and the kitchen sink. Bye.